What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Tac-45 here, and today we're going to be looking at some really sweet gameplay here that I'm going to be using the Tac-45 in, and the only attachment that I have on my Tac-45 in this gameplay is going to be the laser sights, which is kind of like an undermount, which will increase the accuracy when I'm kind of hip firing, getting into some close quarters, and I just want to rape the crap out of people when I get up close, just kind of like that, but I kind of switched into aiming down my sights. So this gameplay is really sweet. The ending is going to be really sweet too, so I'm going to have a nice swarm in the second half of the game. I will have to switch to an MSMC later on. I picked that up later on because I run out of ammo with my Tac-45 and I really didn't find any scavenger packs. But overall, this is a sweet gameplay, and today I want to talk to you guys about a matter that has been brought to my attention, and then later give you guys some quick tips on how to use the Tac-45 to the maximum potential. So recently, I'm not sure if anyone else has noticed this, but recently YouTube has changed the way that they count their views and the way that they put views towards a video view overall kind of thing. So I don't know how many days ago this was, but recently I know that YouTube has changed the way that they count their views, and the way that YouTube counts their views is they only do it for active videos. So if you've ever taken down a video and it has I don't know, 10,000 views, you're going to lose those 10,000 views for your overall view count. And I noticed this when one day I was just on my channel, and then about an hour later, after a couple COD games, I refreshed my channel and it said that I lost 7,700 video views. And I'm thinking to myself, what just happened? Did YouTube steal from me? No, actually, I used to have a bunch of videos on my channel and I took them down because I didn't really like them as much. So those 7K views came from those videos that I took off my channel because I didn't want them on my channel anymore. So I took those videos off my channel and YouTube took away the views from them. And in my opinion, I really don't think that is fair, because I earned those views. I got those people to watch my video and I got those people to view my content. So why should I lose the views for the people that saw my content? So any of the big YouTubers who took down any videos like that they didn't like anymore, they're going to lose those views for those videos. But I really don't think that's fair in my opinion, actually, because it's just not fair, because you actually earned those views and now you got to start all over. So instead of having the 30K that I had just reached, YouTube brought me back down to 23K, and then I recently got up to 24K. So I'm just working my way back up there. And now I really wanted to talk to you guys about this Tac-45 and awesome ways that you can get the maximum amount of kills and the easiest ways to kind of get them, because this gun it's pretty slick as a secondary, but I don't recommend trying to use it as a primary because this actually was a really hard gameplay to get. But anyway, the Tac-45 is a super powerful pistol, and at close range, if you're really close up next to someone, you can kill them in a 2-shot hit, because I believe this is the highest damage next to the Executioner, as the Executioner is a 1-shot, but you need to be super close to the Executioner. So that's why I recommend the Tac-45 over the Executioner, because you have 10 shots instead of the 5 shots that you get with the Executioner. But the Executioner is a 1-shot, but that has a lot more kick than the Tac-45. So that's why I believe the Tac-45 is amazing, and you get those 10 shots, and they can also put on extended mags, and it's a 1-clip reload. So instead of using the Executioner and having to reload every bullet, you can use the Tac-45, get 10 bullets, and you get less recoil, and you only have to shoot them twice. So that's why the Tac-45 is really amazing. Also, with the Tac-45, when you're shooting from far away, it increases actually the amount of bullets that you need to shoot at them. So when you're if I'm shooting from a position and I'm going towards the guy, it's going to decrease the amount of bullets as I get closer to him that needs to kill him. So that's a really interesting fact about the pistols in this game, is especially the Executioner. I noticed that a lot. It's going to take a lot more bullets to kill someone no matter how many you hit them from a distance. For some reason, the damage just doesn't count in. So I guess that works for all guns, I guess, if you're going from a distance rather than up close. So the distance changes depending on how far you are away from the people. As you saw right there, I just got my swarm and I pulled out my pistol because I just got my scavenger pack, and now I'm just going to try to play it safe and run back and hide because I'm a little pussy. So I'm going to be calling in my swarm the next round. I got a nice kind of KD going on right there from the beginning, and that KD is going to kind of drop when people are starting to kill me a lot more, but it is still a very sweet gameplay with this Tac-45, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy the rest of this gameplay because it's really awesome. And when you're playing with the Tac-45, you can't really play with it as an assault rifle because it is not an assault rifle. And the reason, like, it's not really a primary is because they put it in the secondaries and it's pistol. So I know that's extremely obvious, but a lot of people really don't know that. So for the Tac-45, when you're playing, you have to really play up close. And this is not meant to play as a primary. So this was really, like, sketchy for me to play as a primary. Really, like, out of there, not really, like, shouldn't, I don't know. This gun is just, like, weird. I don't know. When you're using primaries, this is supposed to be your secondary that you're supposed to whip out. So this really wasn't supposed to be like used as a primary, but I took out my primary completely and got a little out there, a little risky, and I used it as a primary because I wanted to get this awesome gameplay. So I did, and I finally completed it after a couple of games. So this was sweet for me to actually get a swarm with a secondary. And you'll see me raping crap up with this laser sights. I do recommend, if you're going to use it only as a primary, even though it is a secondary, that you put on 2 attachments, because most primaries can have 2 attachments, so you're going to have to put on secondary gunfighter. And it's really an unfair advantage that the other people have over you, because they're using primaries, you're using secondaries. They can automatically put on 2 primaries, but you can't. You can only put on 1 attachment unless you're using secondary gunfighter, and if they put on a primary gunfighter, they're using 3, and they can shoot longer range than you. But the advantage that you have on them is that the Tac-45 has an increased high damage, so it's 2-shot from real close up. So this gun is super nice even if you're not using it just as a primary. Like, if you're using it as a secondary like it's supposed to be, what you can do is just whip it out as a secondary when you get up close. Like, you fire a couple of bullets from your primary, and instead of reloading, what you're supposed to do is supposed to switch to your secondary and try to finish them off, because it tells you in some of the games, some of the CODs, that it gives you like helpful hints, like right before you start the game. It'll say that switching to your secondary is faster than reloading, and that is most definitely a true fact. So a great tip that I'm going to give to you guys today is reload all the time so that you can have the full maximum potential amount of bullets that you can use for the next player that you're going to fire at. I learned my lesson in Halo 3 when my brother told me to reload all the time, because I would never reload my gun after I killed someone, so I would always have a decreased amount of bullets on the enemy, and then that's really how I became better. Reloading all the time is probably the best tip that I can give anyone, because I know it's simple and common, but sometimes you really don't think about it, and you really do need to put all those bullets back into your clip. Otherwise, it's going to be unfair for you to go out and fight someone who just spawned in or something like that, and you not having the max amount of bullets in your clip that you can possibly take them out. And also switch to your secondary, like I've said before, because the secondary is meant for when you run out of bullets. It's like a quick finish off instead of reloading, so you can kind of get the hits on someone if he has just like ran out of bullets.